Welcome to our morning show on WRCO Radio. On the first part of the morning show today, we're talking about an event going on this very evening at House Richland Auditorium right here in Richland Center. Joining us to talk about it, Dawn and Roy Barrett, and we have Robin Cosgrove here as well to talk about it. Dawn, we'll start with you since you're sort of the organizer, it appears.
Well, thank you so much. We are so happy to be with you today, Phil. So what we're going to do is we're going to go off of a study that was originally created by Rick Ashman, and this is a chronological study of the Gospels. So we take Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and we put them in chronological order so we can read about the life and the ministry of Jesus in the order that things happened. So we're not reading one book from beginning to end, we're reading across the Gospels. And we're going to do this until we reach that pivotal point where we reach the trial, the crucifixion, the resurrection, and the ascension. This should be an excellent study. It's just a different take on the things that we've read for years, and we believe that we're going to learn some new truths about Jesus.
It's probably true that every time you read it, something else sticks out, right?
Always, because the Word of God is living, active, and sharper than any two-edged sword.
So you're working this, you're starting tonight. Is it each Wednesday then after that?
It's every Wednesday after that, and we believe that there's at least 17 sessions. Now, if we get windy, meaning we talk a long time in our discussion group afterwards, we may go a little bit longer, but we definitely have 17 weeks worth of material.
What if it gets windy and snowy then? Maybe it's...
windy and snowy, then we will put it on our Facebook and say we are going to postpone for tonight, and then we definitely will bring people in the following week when weather's better.
That's awesome. Roy, we'll bring you in. Tell me a little bit about this and the group study experience.
So the group study experience, we took that into consideration when we decided to have it in the auditorium. Just everybody's schedules and everybody's family experience. Whether you have little ones, whether you have grade school kids, high school kids, don't worry about finding a sitter or things like that. Let's just do life together as a community. Come in. The auditorium, we can handle 20 people or 200 people, and it's totally fine either way. We have an area for younger children where they can do crafts and things like that. We really wanted it to be accommodating for everybody's schedule. I know people are busy around the holidays, and if you can come to one or if you come to everyone, it's totally fine. If you have to go pick up your child early because they're getting done with basketball practice or something, great. Just whatever works for your family, just come and let's look at the life of Jesus.
Come when you can. You can also probably work a little bit on your own too, right?
Yeah, Dawn has it all mapped out. You're going to get materials. There is no assignments, right, other than reading.
It would be great if people would read ahead, because then you come ready to talk. But there are no assignments. We do strongly encourage people to journal as they read, because they'll want to remember those things, and it really will enrich the discussion that we have in those meeting times as well.
Yeah, so don't let that be intimidating for you, like, oh, I'm going to get this big workload that I just don't have time to do. That's not the case at all. I also thought about people getting together and doing Bible studies or youth groups, things like that. Maybe you just want to take a night and say road trip. We're all going to go up and we're going to gather together at House Auditorium and read through the scriptures and see what it says about Jesus, especially during this holiday season. I mean, we're going to go through Jesus being born to everything that happened in Jesus' life that's recorded, and to before Easter, where he actually goes to the cross. So it's going to span the whole gambit.
And it's for all ages then, in other words.
Yeah, don't be intimidated. I think Dawn is going to put this together and has put it together in such a way that if you're 12 years old or you're 80 years old or anywhere in between, even grade school kids, I mean, there's so many parables and just truths of life that you can really grasp. I remember as a small kid growing up on the farm not too far from here, and there used to be a church in Woodstock, Wisconsin, a little bitty town. And even though my parents weren't necessarily involved in a church, they would send me to Bible school in the summers just so I had that baseline. So I had that. So I knew about Christianity, knew about God, knew about Jesus. So.
Phil, did you notice Roy's eyes light up when he said there's no assignments?
That's an added bonus, isn't there?
I like that.
And I was looking at the calendar too. So you'd be, are you going to do it Christmas Eve as well then, or?
No.
Okay.
We do have a schedule that's being handed out tonight, so everyone will see the times where we have scheduled in some breaks right around the holidays. We have a spring break, of course, as well. And then, as you mentioned, with inclement weather, we would call for the night because we don't want everyone out in rough weather. But other than that, every Wednesday night we'll be gathering.
Robin, you wanted to talk a little bit about the participation, some of the materials that will be available as well.
Yes, I would love to talk about that. And I, too, am thrilled there is no homework. Just going to add that bit. Materials. There will be a booklet handed out that has a colorful front on it and basically a syllabus that you could mark up, you could highlight, you can mark it up however you like. The materials are free. Every participant will receive one of these booklets to assist in their learning. As I said, no cost, and attendees are encouraged to bring whatever version of the Bible that would speak to them the best. Whatever their learning preferences are, they can bring whichever Bible translation that they like the best. And I'm also going to talk about who can attend. This is really important. It's open to everyone. Like Roy and Don have both said, of all ages, children are included. But I know that there are people who are probably sitting here listening to the radio, and this might be the only conversation they listen to all day long in their homes. The only outreach they get is WRCO, which I applaud you. That's wonderful. But there is something to be said about being together face to face. And if there are people who have been shacking up, being like hermiting up in their homes since COVID, now's the time to come out, and we will make it as easy as possible. We'll greet you at the door, you'll get your materials, and you can hide out in the room if you want for a little while. But we will want to build relationships, and I think this is a really good opportunity for people who have been shut off and isolated and are thinking, I need to get back out into the public with people. This is a really good opportunity for that. And I would really like to make a special invitation to Gen Z and high schoolers, those that are going to be leading us in the years to come. I would love for them to have a little bit of basis in the Bible. I realized the other day that we're coming into some generations where they haven't heard the name of Jesus in their home. They haven't been invited to a vacation Bible school, or if they did, they weren't able to attend, or if they did and they were piqued in their interests, this is a good way to continue. And I would like to put myself out there. If anyone needs a ride, I would be glad to arrange a ride for people to come up, rides there and rides back. So we can put my phone number out there on the airwaves, and I would be glad to make sure that everyone that wants to get there is able to get there. We'll make you as comfortable as possible.
And what is that number, by the way?
608-604-7743.
And if someone else, maybe you already have a church family, no matter, right?
Right, no matter. We're not trying to steal sheep.
Yeah, there's no hidden agenda. Just let's not make this more difficult than what it really is.
Right.
We are just reading through the life of Jesus, and wouldn't it be wonderful if we can do this as a community, as a people? It's just so wonderful.
I say that because that might be something that's holding somebody back, though.
Yeah. There's just come on in and say hi and sit down and enjoy.
And the other thing, sometimes we're a little bit intimidated, maybe to share, like maybe open up, like I'm going to look stupid if I bring this up. And it sounds like this discussion is non-judgmental too, right?
Non-judgmental, no.
This is a safe place.
A safe place, definitely.
Wonderful. Dawn, some things you want to say to recap?
Yeah, let's close up. If you've been reading the Bible for 80 years, if you've been reading the Bible for 8 days, it doesn't matter. There is something in it for everyone. So I'll just recap what you said at the beginning. Our series starts today, November 5th. And it's every Wednesday night from 6:30 until 8 p.m. We do expect about 17 sessions. It's going to be held at the New House Richland Auditorium. That's 26700 Fellowship Lane, Richland Center, Wisconsin. Materials are provided. All ages are welcome.
Lots of room in the auditorium?
Lots of room.
We've got room for hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, so come on in, bring the kids, bring the family, bring the husband, the wife. I'd like for you to be able to bring the dog, but I don't think I can say that.
We aren't going to go there, Roy. We don't have materials for dogs.
I know. We don't speak dog yet.
We are also wheelchair accessible. We're handicap accessible.
Mm-hmm. But as you mentioned earlier, if somebody is a little intimidated about, not wanting to sit, you want to be 6 feet apart, you got places where you can spread out, too.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, and then most people in the town know Mick or me. Please just reach out if you're nervous about coming. I will come. I'll go with you. We need to hand out, put our hands out and touch each other and grab onto one another and say, let's go do this together. Reentry is difficult, so.
When you start doing that, you come to the realization, maybe we have more in common than we thought we did. Mm-hmm. Maybe we're not as different as we thought we were. If we approach people instead of looking how we're different, let's find out how we're alike. And sometimes you'll be really surprised and pleasantly pleased.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in one last thing before we close this session, Phil, we have a group of teachers who are instructing, so it's not the same teacher every night. We have at least 6 teachers on board who are going to be discussing the night's material. What could you expect? You can expect a comfortable place to sit. You can sit as close or as far away from people as you'd like. There will be some visual aids, some materials. You will have a variety of teachers who provide a little different perspective each evening. And we would, again, say, once you get your materials, it's good to read ahead and be prepared.
I think we'll have fun, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of
That's
fun.
another key, yeah. and how long, you said the sessions could go,
About an hour and a half,
so? Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's always time to fellowship afterwards to chat and talk, but if you want to be done at 8 and get home and get to bed, you're ready to go.
Wonderful. Thanks for coming in, you guys, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
We hope it goes well. New House Richland Auditorium tonight. That's the place to be, 6:30 until 8 o'clock. And thanks to Dawn and Roy Barrett, and also to Robin Cosgrove for being our guests in this portion of the morning show.